Hello guys, so we all wanna retire, right, with that passive income, and as you can see from the title, that there is a very good way to do that using NVIDIA and the wheel strategy. So if you combine these two, and that's exactly what I am doing in my account to make that good passive income month over month, week over week, right? But there are five key things, right, which I have noted down, and that's what I'm gonna discuss with you, that what you have to take care when you do this wheel strategy. I'll explain you what are those five things, and also how exactly you can do this wheel strategy. Everything in my Robinhood account, I'm gonna show you all that. So if you're interested guys, then please stick around, and with that, let's start. Okay guys, so I'm in my account, right, and as you can see that why first of all why I chose NVIDIA to run this, right, that is important to discuss first. So if you look at this NVIDIA chart, right, there is right now, as you can see, the tech has been kind of beaten down over this past 3 weeks. So right now it's a good time where you can actually take advantage of these tech stocks, because most of them right now is in a kind of consolidation mode, right? So they had their highs and now they have kind of gone down, and this is the period where all these stocks, mostly tech stock, because those were kind of beaten very badly in this downturn, and this is the time where they are actually consolidating, right? So this would be a good time. Same as you can see in Nvidia, right? This went almost as high as 150 touch, but it came down and now it's in a consolidation mode, right? So one thing that is very important that you need to look at, just broaden your view. This is for a 1 year, right? And chart out your support and resistance, because that's the key, and use this Bollinger Band. So these two things kind of gives you that range, because you need to know, to run a successful wheel strategy, you need to know your support and you need to know your resistance, right? So that is one important things. There are other key things that I'm gonna point out right now that you need to have to be successful in the wheel strategy, right? One of these things is choosing the right support and resistance. Like in this case, in Nvidia, we can chart out and put the right support and resistance. The second thing is you should run wheel strategy only on the stocks that you are comfortable owning it, right? Do not run a wheel strategy thinking that you never have to own that stock, right? Because as you can see, right, if you had been running this wheel strategy, which I was doing it personally here at this point, right, where it was in very nice consolidation mode, it was not going too up, but then suddenly in this last 3-4 weeks it came down, right? But I was assigned on the Nvidia stock, but I own that Nvidia. I wanted to anyway buy the Nvidia, so that's why it worked out for me. So that is very important, that you should do this in a stock which you want to own. The third thing that you should be doing correctly when doing wheel strategy is try to stick with the large cap and the mega caps. That's what my learning was, because sometimes people tries to chase the premiums, because the stocks which are in like a small cap segment, right, they are very volatile, right? Like in past 2 weeks, this happened with all these quantum computing stocks and all those, right? So they kind of goes up and down too quickly, and that is not a good stock for wheel strategy. And if you get assigned, you don't know, it maybe it went down too low that you can never sell that covered call again, right? So that is one more thing that you should be worried about. Now the last thing is related to that do not chase premiums. In wheel strategy, I have seen that people, when they fail, is the number one reason is they try to chase a premium with the stocks, or going too aggressive on their strike price, right? So never chase premiums. So that those are the things that if you do it correctly, you would be successful in doing the wheel strategy. Now next, let's discuss how you can make that $5,000 monthly in passive income, and what are the steps that you do it. So I'm going to show you exactly in my Robinhood account how to execute this, and you can definitely take advantage. It is very simple. Just remember these key things and you would be good to go. Okay, so this is the NVIDIA, right? So the wheel strategy, the number one, it's kind of a combination of two legs, right? One is a sell put and the other is the covered call, right? So if you kind of combine these two, then that becomes your wheel strategy, right? So the first leg is selling a put, right? So how do you sell a put? So we basically, in this case, you click on this trade NVIDIA options. So this is the options page, and then you say sell put. And remember, when we draw out that support, right, if you look at here, that's 115, right? If you, that's a kind of a, it had been consolidating long back, like a last year also around that time. So in a broader view, that's the 115 is kind of a strike price that you should be okay to do that. Now the sell put strike price, like I said, 115. The one more thing is the expiration date that you have to select. So usually they say about 30 to 45 days is a sweet spot. I personally do it kind of weekly, but if I have to make a good sum, then I would also say that you can safely do like a 30 to 45 days. That's like a sweet spot because of the theta decay, right? The theta decay kind of increases in that period, right? So you can say, let's say go 34 days, right, which is April 5th 25th, and then you select the strike price here, and that is your leg one. So that completes your leg one. In this case, it says the total credit here, and you can select here the number of contracts. So I would say, let's say 10 contracts, right? So that makes you this $4,600 in premium that you gonna receive instantly, right? That's the beauty of it. And for this, you need to, if you go to review order, right, it says you need almost 115k, right? So that's the amount that you can think of, that if you have that amount, then you can safely passively make that $5,000, right? But you don't have to have that to start with. Like when I started, I did not have that, right? Even now also I am trying to make to that number so that I can increase that more in the future, right? In my retirement, I would definitely want to go to that number so that I can make it passively. So in this case, if you want, you can just go to contract, or you can start with just one contract, right? For one contract, if you look at here, right, you only need $11,000, and that gives you this $500 in terms of percentage return on your investment. That's still, you are making a good return on your investment here. So that's all, and then you submit. That's all you have to do. Now the second leg, right? So this is basically, it's just gonna theta decay till April 25. On April 25th, if NVIDIA closes above this strike price of 115, then you keep that premium, right? And then you again do that same thing for next month, and you can keep doing that until you get assigned. So that only two cases that can happen, right? Either it can close above 115 or it can close below. So if it close above, you are all good to go to do this next month. If it closes below 115, then you get assigned NVIDIA stock at 115 price. So what you do next is you do sell call, right? Let's say you got assigned NVIDIA at 115, you do sell call, you do choose a strike price, which is, again, you can take reference from the resistance. If you wanna own that stock, you would want to select something on the resistance level so that it doesn't cross that. So it's basically, let's say you pick 120, right, as your covered call. You still gonna make this premium, and then you will basically make this premium until NVIDIA crosses above this on your expiry date, right? So if it crosses this above 120, it's fine, you just sell that NVIDIA stock, right? So that's the wheel that goes on. So if once you sell, you again start back at leg 1, which I said cash secured put. So that's the wheel that goes on. You basically starts with cash secured put. You just have to have that money, you don't need a stock, and you do that wheel until you get assigned, and then you return that covered call, right? And you do that covered call until the stocks are called away, and then you again do the cash secured put. That's the wheel that you need to run. Only thing, remember those points that I discussed. You have to do this on a stock that you really want to own. Do not do it on a stock that you do not want to own, because there is a chance, especially in these kind of stocks where the premiums are good and actually it makes a good amount, because a lot of people, if you want to go too safe, you do this on a, let's say, Bank of America, right? You're not gonna make that much premium, right? So you will have less chance to get assigned, but you're not gonna make any premium. So this is kind of a balance, but again, those points that I said, definitely keep those in mind and you would be good to go. That was it, guys, for this video. I know this was this gonna take a lot of time to understand. If you wanna download my option 1-to-1 guide, then that link is down in the description. Definitely check out that option. There are a lot of if you're completely new to this thing, I understand that completely. That's why all these terms I have explained it very clearly in my option 1-to-1 guide, and that's free to download. Definitely check out that link. Again, if you have any question related to this, put your questions in the comment below and I'll reply to that. I'll talk to you in the next video, guys. Till then, happy investing. Bye bye.